everybody.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the Rainbow Rabbit Tarot Time Show.
Look at you, Rabbit.
I know I got my rabbit ears on today. I was gonna.
So cute.
Peekaboo, hello, Jelly Bean.
Here, baby.
Scrounging around at the last minute trying to throw a bunch of random shit on. It took me forever to find these ears, let me tell you. I know I'm still in the lounge. I'm just that phone's over there. It's in the charger. I could go leave the lounge real fast.
Hello, Vixie.
I've been talking. You haven't been able to hear me, haven't you?
Yeah, I haven't heard you say a damn thing yet.
Hi.
Hello.
I have a mystical background. Vixie was more prepared than me for my own show.
It's not. I had to borrow from other shows, but yeah. I still haven't made you your own card or intro yet.
So, how's everybody's lunch? Did you have a good lunch?
I had a handful of Mountain Trail mix.
Okay. I have that for lunch sometimes too. Today I had eggs, waffle, and bacon.
I think I might need pancakes after the show. Because now all of a sudden I'm hungry. I just wasn't hungry today. I ate that donut online live, which I rarely do that. But it was hot and I wanted it.
Right? So, I ain't even gonna lie. I have no idea how I would even like to start this or do our tarot readings. I'm so out of practice, except that I just know the cards still by heart. A Pop-Tart and some ramen. Oh, you're about to go make some ramen, so you had some Pop-Tart.
Ooh, I want ramen. I want ramen. No, I want pancakes.
Ramen does sound delicious, but...
What deck are you using?
I am using the Wild Unknown deck by Kim Krantz. It's honestly been the longest deck that I've personally been working with that I've really had a huge connection with.
Was it a gift? Or did you
It was a gift. It was a gift.
Those are the best ones.
I don't like to buy my own tarot cards. I rarely
You shouldn't.
do.
It's not.
I did buy another deck by Kim Krantz. Let me pull that out. I bought an alchemy deck and guidebook by Kim Krantz. I don't know anything about it, but the cards in this are octagon shit.
Are octagons. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Hexagons.
That's cool.
So
if anybody's listening, there is a Alice in Wonderland deck that has the original Tenem illustrations on it, and I really want it, but I won't buy myself a tarot pack.
Right. It's not good to buy your own ones. Is it on your Amazon wish list?
It was. I have to double check. Stuff gets pulled off when they go out of service.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I know that for a fact. But the basics, I guess I will go ahead and read my own weekly tarot, as scary as that is.
Yeah.
So my own weekly tarot cards. How I do my weekly readings is I lay out 4 cards in the middle column, or middle row. These 4 cards that I'm placing down, I really can't show you on the table. I'll eventually figure out a better way to do this next time. I don't want to be in the closet every time, or at least decorate the bed. Look how plain this wall is.
I was going to say you need a tapestry up there.
So there is three rows and 4 columns in this weekly reading. The first row is basically how the average part of the week is going to be for each label. Let's rewind. We're not going to do rows first. We're going to do columns first. Column 1 through 4. So column 1 is basically how it's going to help predict your week for yourself. Column 2 is going to help predict the week for friends, family, or work. Column 3 is basically for relationships, whether you're forming one, tearing one away, it could be friendship. So in a sense, it ties into number 2 most of the time. And then column 4 is your work and your money life. So it's a more in-depth view of how your money troubles or your money successes are going to be through the week. Now, how the rows work is row 1 is the middle card in the columns in the rows, is the main setting of how each row will be. So the main setting for yourself, the main setting for your friends, the main setting for your relationship, and the main setting for your family. Now, the bottom card of the bottom row is basically the challenge that each will happen with yourself, the challenge that'll happen with your friends, your relationship, and etc. And now the top card offers guidance on how to combat the challenge. So again, the top card combats the challenge for yourself and the main setting for the week, the middle card, and etc.
Means cards astrology knows what will happen in the future. The unseen is only known by God alone. It saddens me that I see people living through astrology and the occult. Good luck.
Now, see how I don't really live with it. I use my time management skills to actually look at my week. So in a sense, I use it for tarot and astrology. I don't really use it for occult, but in a sense, I use it to pre-plan my week and how things are going to possibly affect me. It gives me like a meta magic of thinking that shows me like, okay, well, this could possibly happen, or this could possibly happen. Will those happen? No. Will they possibly happen? Well, I have about fucking 20 ideas of what could possibly happen. Are all of them wrong? Are some of them right? Yeah.
And just for anyone who is curious about it, and how it affects Christianity, look up Corinthians 1 Corinthians 11. And that is the list of gifts from God, which include sight and forward sight and stuff like that.
But
you can't just read part of a book, you got to read the whole thing.
Miss Khaled or Mr. Khaled, I don't really quite know.
It's probably Khaled.
I don't want to offend. In a sense, I call tarot cards counseling cards, because it's just you're talking to yourself in a set base cards. There's 78 different scenarios in which you can base your life off of, and that gives you a more array of what could possibly happen in your future. That way, you're more mentally prepared for it. So,
to each his own.
To each their own, exactly. But in any sense, I'll go ahead and start with the me column first.
Cool.
And show you what it is. I don't personally like to see my own tarot. I ain't even gonna lie.
I hate it.
But it just can be overwhelming for me because I overthink. I overthink without the help of tarot cards. Now add tarot cards to the mix, and I'm like, okay, now I got a real clear view. So in the first me column, my setting is the Daughter of Swords, which is basically honest and insightful. In a sense, I'm just over there gathering, seeking information, looking pompous and beautiful. Like, all right, I got me worked out. Look at all these little glass and little lights around me, all happy. Like, all right, everything's just seeming mystical. Now, what's the challenge in my own mind right now in me is judgment, self-forgiveness. In a sense, yeah, I will forgive everybody else. I'll never forget. but in a sense, I will always judge myself on everything. Like, I judge my mind the biggest time. In a sense, that's why I'm even going for my own therapeutic reasons. And but either end, being honest with myself, I knew I'm judging myself really harshly, so I need to go get help. So some guidance going to do that would be, I got the 10 of Swords, which is basically melodrama. In a sense, what I would say that this is telling me is to stop talking about all the fucking drama that's entangling my life and just get action, put some action behind what you need to do. Like, you're sick of judging yourself all of this time. Be honest with yourself. You need the help. You've now figured out how to get the help, and now you need to just take out the drama to continue getting the help that you need. So overall, being honest with myself for the setting of the next week, there's going to be some harsh judgment that I'll cast upon myself. But in a sense, judging my own self, I shouldn't be making those judgments and making them aware of everybody else around me, because it's just going to cause me more strife or give some other people word ammunition to use against me later on, in a sense. So be careful with all my anxiety, in a sense, but be honest. Yourself high. So now, family and friendship column, my main setting will be the 2 of Pentacles, which is balance and change. So whether it's going to be a positive or a negative balance or change that's going to occur, let's flip over the challenge card and see what the fuck's up. The challenge card is the 7 of Pentacles, which is basically a period of contemplation. Overall, this balance and change that needs to happen throughout this week with either friends or family needs to be really well thought out. The challenge is I'm probably being impatient about something. And I really want an answer, and I want that answer now, but I really need to take the time to think about the answer. So, for some guidance on my impatient ass on this change that I want to make, I got the Mother of Cups, which is basically, rely on my intuition and my gut. Like, you know your shit, bitch. Quit fucking thinking you don't. Like, just calm your tits. You already know what's happen. Take a deep breath and let the fucking change and balance itself out, So overall, my biggest kind of thing with the friends and family is I'm really excited about this change that's going to happen. I don't really quite know what kind of change it's going to be. My gut instinct tells me I already know. In a sense, it could possibly be stuff with it's personal life issues. I don't want to go into too much, but my love life could possibly be a balancing out here. I know my shit, but I always just like to fiddle or go around it. As one of my friends said, it's just like, you see the goal, but then you beat around the bush and you're like, okay, I need to do this and this and this and this and this and this, and oh wait, this goal is here. I forgot that this goal is here. So overall, period of contemplation. Don't overthink, but at the same time, don't be impatient on your thinking. You know your shit. So, relationship column, main setting is Father of Cups, to be open-minded and diplomatic. Oh my God. Let me tell you, I'm so good at compromise, guys. I don't even know why that this is going to be the main setting. I'm actually excited about this being the main setting. What the fuck is my challenge?
It's a good setting.
Really turned me up. All right, what's the challenge of being open-minded and fucking diplomatic this week with my
relationship? Like everybody won't like you.
I got the High Priestess. So I think I know my shit, and I'm really relying on it. Like, so this definitely ties into my friends and family. So it's definitely already. I know what I'm talking about. Either way, I think I know my shit, and I'm doubting it. So whether I really do know my shit and I'm just doubting it, or I do know my shit and I'm just like overthinking it to the point where I don't think I know it, let's see what the guidance perceives me to get out of this. Like, at this point, open-mindedness is like, all right, you think you know your shit. Now get out of your fucking thought bubble and do something about it.
Take a step. One step at the beginning.
Will be the sun. Oh my goodness! Like, all right, You want to feel that warm, fuzzy feeling inside? Well, you already think about it so much. You kind of think you know what you want to do, and you're just doubting your self-judgment. Be open with yourself. That open-minded. This goes back to even that me section of like the judgment and honest and insightful and not creating drama. I create my own drama in my head all the time. Let me tell you.
I think I can tell something going on in the scheme of things. Yeah? Forgive yourself. I don't know what you need to forgive yourself for, but forgive yourself. Get your life back together.
I know. Whatever it is. Oh, my goodness.
I only say it because I love you.
Forgiving myself.
It's one of the hardest ones to do. It's no joke.
It is. Now this last column, my work and my money column, this one should be pretty simple. Yeah, it's pretty simple in my opinion. So the card I got is the Father of Swords, which is fair and analytical, kind of like suits its category, work and money. All right, make sure everything's going where it needs to go. Be fair about it. What needs paid first? What needs paid next? What do you want to buy next? Okay, what's the challenge with all that? Come on, be something simple. Well, I got the Five of Pentacles, which probably just definitely means there's probably going to be some sort of money roll in my life this week that's going to probably cause me to be sad. Whatever the fuck it's going to be, I don't know. I feel like I got everything handed to me that I want to be. Like, I got my therapist, I got my washer. I've been working for all that shit for the last month trying to get it. Like, what's going to fucking break on me this week?
I was going to say something might break.
Oh my God.
That would suck.
The guidance. I got the Hangman. Whatever I think it is, I better get ready to let go. What's gonna fucking break this week, Cam? You got your oven, you got your furnace. Something, guys. Something unexpected in my money life is gonna happen, and I'm not gonna like it, but I'll be prepared.
You're gonna want something, and you're not gonna have the money for it.
I know!
That's what's gonna happen.
I wonder what it is. Now I'm fucking... See, this is why I don't like to read my own tarot.
You just second guess it. Thank you, Jellybean. I kept saying, wanted to say thank you, but thank you, Jellybean. She put on the disclaimer.
I really liked... I mean, I didn't mind your comment or his comment. I don't know.
It's okay.
I didn't mind their comment, but astrology, it gives me a base of meaning in a sense. Like, it shows me like a lot of meanings that a lot of people don't see. Like, I see meaning in color, I see meaning in numbers, I see meaning in textures, I see meaning in animals, I see meaning in like body language. There's just so much meaning in life. Like, you can see there's different meanings for trees, there's different meanings for birds, there are different meanings for bugs. It just, and they're all in a sense mystical, like all the little mystical, magical, and what my book calls woohoo. It's just something
I like that.
Something that you don't know what to call it, but when you're in the act of doing it, it's a wonderful, magical moment. And that's the best part, is you don't have words for that moment. Hello, Mama Chris.
Welcome home.
So overall, wow, I have my whole reading on live video. That's crazy.
Well, you can go back and watch it.
Oh my goodness.
Here you go.
Oh, I gotta go. And a Mama Chris.
And
you guys missed the deep, juicy tidbits of my life. So, besides this weekly reading that I was more into like 4 or 5 years ago, I mainly like to do yes or no questions and then flip the card, and then if I need, like, from their yes or no question, if I don't have a clear answer, then I'll flip more cards. Just kind of leads off from there. I make my own readings as I go. But this was a good, simple one that was really easy for me to remember, and actually was like, this could help me out in my week.
It's a slight diversion from the Celtic layout.
Right?
Yeah. Which was the one I use the most.
There's another weekly one that there's a few of them actually, but they're in one of the books that I wrote down. I really need to get back into Etsy or it's Pinterest. I need to get into Pinterest and look at all the different fucking tarot
I can't
layouts.
Pinterest. It'll eat my soul forever.
I
I get
mean,
stuck on it for like hours, and I don't feel like I've been doing anything, especially for hours. But I've been on this stupid app for 5 hours. Look at what other people want to collect.
I mean, I like to go on there for tarot readings and what different tarot layouts that they have. They're really interesting. There's thousands of them. It's just like,
I
okay.
had a scoop of granola, I swear.
I know. Making me tired.
Jelly Bean says, me next, me next.
Me next! Me next! Alright, let me go ahead and shuffle all of these cards back in. I almost said shuffle all this shit back in. I love my shit.
Why is it when it's yours, it's your stuff, and when it's somebody else's, it's shit? I got to Pinterest for food ideas. I just Google. I don't do Pinterest because I'll get sucked in. I always do. It's like when I'm looking up different things and then there's a Pinterest board and I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I don't have the time to waste.
So, Jelly Bean,
That's cool.
are we trying to do the whole weekly thing, or are we going to just do yes or no questions and then some explanations to the yes or no's? It's up to you. The weekly thing kind of takes me about like anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. At the same time, I don't mind doing it. But it's just, like I said, it's just a kind of a thing that clouds my mind. I don't really know what's going on 100% in your life, but...
Too many words. Google is too many words. Reader's choice. That's you.
All right. Jenna, you're so quiet down there.
He's having a good time. Music for a beat.
I'm just listening.
You know. Okay. Jenna's heard me do a lot of these shows.
And first of all, I'm not a very loud person to begin with.
Okay, Jenna. Okay.
Well, yelling at a brother doesn't do this. That doesn't count. Hit me with your best shot.
Why you roll your eyes at me, Cam?
Because you can be loud. I know you can be loud.
Well,
I got a sweater paws. Oh, I have something on my sweatshirt.
I don't know. This is
all right.
usual.
Hit me with your best shot.
Fire
all right,
away.
Nelly, here we go. I'm laying out the weekly layout, and I'm feeling a little nervous about this. I haven't done it for another person in a minute. So you'll have to let me know how your week goes and if it's accurate or not. See, because with how I do these, I'll tie it into my last week, so I'm kind of mentally prepared with the week to come. All right, the main setting for Jelly Bean in her mind. Jelly Bean, are you ready? We got the Sun card. So, soaking in the warm rays of your mind's happiness level. Something is going on in your life that's going to be good in your mind. But what's the challenge stopping you from seeing that sunlight in your eye? In your mind's eye? Son of Swords, which is forceful and determined. Perhaps you're trying too hard to be at one point, or like soaking in the rays of the sun, that warm sense of relief and like, that relaxed feeling. Maybe you're trying too hard to relax right now. You're forcing yourself to relax when there's something possibly on your mind that is blocking you from getting to that point. So let's try to find the guidance to see what this force or this determination that's just ready to just like stab your fucking your relaxation mindset. Justice, decisions, and karma.
Kitty cats.
Kitty cats.
They're cute.
So, perhaps in the warm rays of the sunset, as simple as Mama Vixie's answer was, maybe it's just cuddling with your cats. Give you that one sense of relief. Like, quit trying to think so much on how to relax and just like, come here, kitty, and just like pet the cat on your lap. and just let
Let
the
it go.
purring soak into yourself, and you'll get the meditation and the relaxation and the rest you need. In a sense, also in doing that, you'll be thinking about decisions and what it is and choices that you need to be thought upon. So whatever's making you rush and determined, that's taking over your mindset to make you not able to relax, you'll get your answers and you'll decide. Just take some time to relax and not think about the problem right now.
It's Luna and Artemis. Yeah, actually, you're right. Well, actually, the sun usually represents the birth of a god.
So now we'll go into the friends and the family column. To start things off, we are going with Mother of Wands, which is definitely telling me that this card is going with 100% family. In a sense, you're going to be really well guarded with your family this week, and anything that could potentially offend you or your kids could put you on the defense really fast. So let's see what the challenge with this is going to be.
Don't talk about the kids.
The Six of Swords, which is victory and rising up. So being that is the challenge.
Oh, I get it.
Do you see? You have an idea? Shed some light, because at this point it's just like.
Oh, I was saying, I didn't know she had two cats. Oh. But what card was it again?
The Six of Swords. This is the challenge in basically defending her household in a sense. So victory and rising up. So in a sense, I feel like something that's planned is going to be derailed, and you'll have to probably find some sort of way around there.
Make sure. Okay, first you make the plan, then you execute the plan. The plan falls apart. Go back to a new plan. You have just set up A, B, and C.
So now the guidance, which is saying, is the 10 of Swords, which is burdens, blockage, and difficulties. What this at this point now is showing me is you see what you want for your household, but then you're thinking of all these things that you have to do to attain it, and all those other things are extra, and you're making your victory and your rising up process a lengthier process than it needs to be. So to protect your kingdom, just go with the most simple, thought out response and take full win with it. Like the burdens, blockage, and difficulties of your mind and your mind's eye is just basically telling you, it's just like, well, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. Mm-hmm. And now you're going with well, how do I combat that? 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 You're just looking for, in a sense, looking for a solution, but you're creating so many other problems that you don't need to.
Open your door, take a deep breath, close the door.
Yes. So again, relax, take some time to relax. Maybe your mind is overworking itself in a sense to figure out a problem figure out a solution to a problem that's just overall consuming your mental state at this point, or even your family's mental state in addition to that.
Mm-hmm.
So going on to the relationship kind of things, let's see what that kind of sheds upon us. So the main week is the Two of Cups, which is love and romance. Go to Nebraska. How long is go to Nebraska for? All right. Hang on, Jellybean. What are you confused? What were you confused about previously? I may have answered that with the burdens, blockage, difficulties. Sometimes when I don't know the answer myself, I will need to flip another card.
Oh, yeah. I'll be gone a week.
Right?
Go, pay attention.
You'll be gone all week. So, feeling the love, the connection, the romance, the joy, what do we have to find to be the challenge of this week besides the distance? I can go the distance. It's probably that anyway. Let's find out. Wheel of Fortune. That's the challenge? That's really confusing, Mama Vixie. I don't know.
I think it means she's going to have a lot of options this week. You're going to make a lot of decisions this week. And if you make the wrong one, you're okay. Just make it again. Do it again until you get it right.
All right. So I did get the Burns blockage part.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this Wheel of Fortune, I am going to say... I'm going to have to get my book out. Because in a sense, being the challenge, I think something's tempting fate.
Probably.
What is tempting fate? I don't know. What's the guidance? But I love Wheel of Fortune!
That is funny.
Temperance is the guidance. Wow. What a fucking...
Spread.
Yeah, right now it is, like, especially...
Kind of serious.
Kind of thing.
Basically, I think you're gonna have a lot of drama this week, Jelly Bean. But you can do it and you're gonna be okay.
I agree, because temperance is blending all the elements together of fire, wind, water, earth. It's all that together and you're able to do it. It's probably going to be like your tempting fate and you're going to feel like you're not going to be able to maintain it. But
do it anyway.
Cards prove otherwise. You're going to be able to. Any kind of challenge, any kind of challenge sent to you, you will take in with your arms, even if they're full, and you will accomplish your challenges. So overall, victory and rising up is there. Keep going. Like, Jesus, I would love to dive in your mind right now, let me tell you.
Looks like you're having fun.
I am having fun. This is interesting stuff.
Oh, Mama Chris, I got you, Bean.
So, is there any questions from the Miss Jolly Bean so far? The Mrs. Jolly Bean.
Jolly Bean.
To put it in really simple terms, there's probably going to be a quabble, but then you're probably going to get it fixed, as every couple has. That's really the simple way to put it. I warned you, my mind is a mess. I think maybe that's why Wheel of Fortune is just like, well, I got all this other shit to worry about. But Wheel of Fortune, let's play, rabbit. All right, the work in the money column. We have the Hierophant for your main setting of the week. Can you do the goat next? Maybe. We will see. I know my sister's up here. She probably really wants hers done too.
What was the Hierophant in?
The Hierophant is mentor or knowledge, seeking knowledge.
What part of the reading are you in?
The work in the money, and it's in this main setting of that week right now. So there's either going to be a mentor or there's going to be some knowledge that you're going to be either seeking or have sought out or will need.
This is probably a good time to buy a lotto ticket.
So the challenge. The challenge is death.
I could do my streaming on there for all those sponsorships I'll be getting.
So, and the challenge being death, there's going to be an
Wait,
evolution or an evolved state. Like the phoenix rises from the ashes, there's going to be a death in one kind of thing and a rise in another. So whatever that kind of thing is, it's probably in your financial assets, something that you don't use a lot, you're probably going to cut out of there.
I can't use this laptop. I don't have enough storage for
So
it.
to make some guidance for that, the guidance to that is to avoid drama. Oh, this card came up on both readings tonight. Jesus.
You guys are insane.
Are we so full of drama, Planet Flipside? What the fuck?
I don't think we have drama. Do you think we have drama? Am I missing
No,
the drama?
very minimal,
You all
but
do
the
drama
cards
when
say
I'm
we
around.
Overall, there's probably not going to be a need for drama. There's probably like a subscription that you have paid for that probably you haven't used in a long time and needs to be cut off. also make room for something else
I need
in
to
your
do
daily
that.
lifestyle. So overall, there doesn't need to be any drama. In the sense, that's probably the guidance is saying to avoid drama. Just find out what's taking up, consuming more money than it needs to be, and cut it out. So
Do something that you will feel is very beneficial and instant gratification will make you feel a lot better. Build a hole in Minecart, Minecraft. It could be as simple as that.
Dang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcana cards out of the 12.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a lot of power in her life
That's
right
a
now.
lot.
I know. I'm like, ooh. Keep me updated, Jellybean. I'm really interested.
Jellybean, can you fly to the moon? Are you keeping that from us?
It's too slow and you got way too fast. 2 shots.
Oh, is there something I need to know? No.
That's funny.
Shuffling them cards back in. I like doing these weekly ones. And you guys gotta think, a lot of the stuff that I do say is probably the most dramatic parts, or one of the more dramatic parts. Sometimes 3 cards could mean like, oh, I got a glass of water and I got mad at me. As simple as that in 3 cards. You don't know how to read it. Nobody truly knows how to read the cards. That's why I'm like, it's all about making stories. What's the story of your life? As my book says on the back, how powerful, seductive, or mythical would you like your life to be?
I'll take a light serving of that. I'm too old to do the big stuff anymore. I'm too tired.
YouTube is freezing on me. Why is it freezing?
Arcana cards?
Major arcana cards and minor arcana cards. The minor arcana cards are basically your run-of-the-mill ace to 10 cards in a suited deck. The major arcana cards are the cards that are not in the suited deck, and they're kind of like have a lot more meaning and power into them to build off of. So minor arcana is kind of like minuscule issues, major arcana, major issues that you either focus or not focus on.
I'm just getting to know them because I never use them because I read from a plain deck.
Okay, let's go.
All right, Jenna, are you doing a reading, or were you just hanging out with me to support me because I really wanted you to be here?
What?
Florida's a hard state.
Well, you don't have to do a big reading like that. You could do something smaller if you want.
All right, so do you want to just ask a yes or no question in your mind or on the table and I flip cards over?
Oh, no. I guess just do what you've been doing.
Do
Yeah.
Just do that.
that. She's like, I don't want to know yes or no questions. Don't you want to know if you're gonna win on your lotto on your little Jackbox casino app?
Well, that's definitely going to be a no.
All right.
I'll turn my camera back on. I was up walking around.
Dang it, it started. All right, Jellybean. When I get back into. Oh. When we're gonna go back to what the hell am I fucking thinking of? We're gonna go back to Splatoon after this, and I'll go back to the lobby. I'll re-explain the major and the minor arcana cards again, and probably even a little bit more in depth. Like I said, how I kind of just read the cards is just kind of like all the different information that I have on, like the number 7. If I say the number 7, I have like fucking 20 words behind my mind of the symbol of the significance of number 7.
We haven't done one of these in forever.
No, I'm a little nervous to read my sister's tarot reading.
I'm nervous.
I know you better be nervous. Cause I already know a shit ton of shit going on in your life right now. I'm afraid to read these cards. I'm going so slow. I already just feel it. Like, everyone I lay down, it's a sting.
Okay, I gotta bring me closer.
The cards are probably gonna be like, take your sister to church, and I'm gonna be like, I tried. No, I'm kidding. All right. First off, I need to drink water.
Oh, you're gonna have to. It was a lot. So
Yeah,
I'm
he had to
talking
walk
for someone
away.
who
To
did
rewatch
time
that.
for reading is a lot. I do talk a lot on these things. I'm thirsty. I'm glad that so many people are interested in this, though. Like, that means that I'm like, all right, I wouldn't mind doing this because, like I said, the weekly readings are perfect because we do this every week, you know? Hopefully, we'll be doing this every week. And we really want to do it next week, too, and I'm going to be up north. Jen, are you ready?
I'm ready.
What's going on in your mind? The Tower! Great!
Oh,
An upheaval change! So, starting out
Clean
strong
up
with
the
the
bed.
Arcana charge.
but
So starting out strong with a major Arcana charge, got the Towers. There's going to be a huge, great change in your life, whether it's going to be great or for the worst in your life. Let's flip over to the challenge. 3 of Wands, which is envisioning the future. So the challenge is envisioning the future. It's like, so planning ahead is the challenge. You're trying to plan ahead on something, and there's this great change that happened, and you're just not really prepared to plan ahead on this challenge. So, in a sense, I kind of already know what it's going towards, aka probably roommate stuff, but that's probably been on your mind all week because it's stressing you out. The guidance that I have for that kind of stressor.
oh no.
Oh my god! You got the 9 of Swords, which is...
I think that's your end, Jelly Bean.
That is like nightmares in the greatest hour, darkest anguish. There's a lot of fucking negative thoughts clouding your mind. And the negative thoughts are making you really, really contemplate the peace in your future that you're trying to attain. So overall, all those thoughts are stuff like, in a sense, as I heard you talk about yesterday, you care about all these people that are taking advantage of you. You need to stop doing that kind of thing. Because, you know, caring about all those guys, you're just stressing yourself out. And it's all about your peace. And now your peace is being ruined and sabotaged. That great change that you need to make in your life is to really focus on you, yourself, and your household without freaking quit bringing nightmares into your household, to say the least. Let's move on to the work. Let's move on to the family and friends column, shall we? That'll shed some more light on your mind. She smiles like, yeah, I know, Cam. Oh my god, Jenna, you also got the balance and change card in the same position I got mine.
Yeah. It's a little
So,
scary.
tarot is really mystifying. Maybe this balance and change. I don't know.
You better
mine ties in with yours now. Who fucking knows?
go to the store together and get lotto tickets.
Go to the store together. You and these lotto tickets, Mama Vixie.
Aren't you
Being a
coming up
smartass.
soon? When are you coming up?
What?
When are you coming up?
Next weekend. I leave on Friday.
So this is part of our weekly reading is
Right.
you coming up
Yep.
here. So what's going to happen while you are up here?
Well, who knows? You're still dealing with shit this week. Let's find the challenge of your balance this week. The challenge of your balance this week is, at this point, this is the 9 of Swords, and this is what I like to call it the baby steps card. You need to take one step at a time to reach your goal. if you rush those steps and skip steps,
You're gonna
you're
fall.
going to end up breaking those steps and you're going to fall. So overall, I see so far that, again, similar to mine, because I got the period of contemplation. I'm surprised to remember that. We have a really impatient gene in our family. Let me tell you. I don't know why our impatient really stems from. Probably Grandpa's side. But let's find the guidance for our impatientness for you this week. The guidance that it shows for you is the moon card. So tying together with the previous state that said your guidance was the anguish and those nightmares in the darkest hour. So I would like to tie that card in with this one. The moon represents two things: the dreams that you dream about that you're ready to attain, and the nightmares that are gonna great upheaval you. What this card I feel like is signifying is focus on the dreams and quit focusing on all that upheaval and all that drama that you're introducing to yourself. It's not helping you. You see, these trees are strong and tall. One represents like chaos, one represents fucking like smoothness. But they're both standing tall. But you're like I said, you got the tower card. Your mind's like, what the fuck do? I keep doing the same thing, making the same mistake. Keep getting this tree chopped down, and I don't want to chop this tree down. I want to, am I at least chopping the tree down to build those baby steps up for this positive change? Or am I being impatient, chopping the tree down before it's tall enough, and now I don't have enough wood to make the change? So overall, really think about the overall goal of what you're trying to do, especially and particularly this week. What's something you really want to happen this week, and what's something you're afraid of happening this week? Take the right appropriate steps to make sure the thing that you want to happen this week goes according to your plan. Or if you don't have the right appropriate state, now you have a backup thing of like, okay, well, this could happen since I didn't have the time or didn't feel like I needed the time to make those proper steps. So now either way, I feel like the great upheaval is like, yep, now you thought you had the proper steps made, but you didn't have the proper steps made, so now you're trying again. And now you kind of got a mindset of like, all right, this could happen for the worst, this could happen for the best. How do I make it happen for the best? Your relationship column. To start things off, we got the Son of Cups, which is the dark kernel of intensity. Like, you just want to be happy, but there's this feeling inside of you like, I just fucking, what the fuck? I'm just irritated. I'm irritable. I don't know why. I'm just feeling some type of way.
That's
like,
me.
There's just like this feeling of like, I need to just fucking scream. So what's the challenge with fucking screaming? Why can't you just fucking scream?
Go ahead, go outside, scream.
Period of contemplation. You're just thinking about it. Like, if I just freak out too much, or what if I don't freak out enough, or what if I'm just freaking out for no fucking reason? Like, I don't fucking know. So overall, the guidance here, like, I like how our cards are matching up. Like, I fucking used
I was just gonna say, you guys are
78
getting
cards,
awesome
but Jesus, Jenna. The dark kernel of intensity is the main week. The period of contemplation is probably like that impatience crawling out of us again. And the guidance for you is the Mother of Pentacles, which is to be domestic, loving, and caring.
Aww.
Care. Give love to the baby that you're producing. That fucking seed, that dream. That dream is that fun in this case that you want to have. You want to grow into the proper steps to reach the moon. So that dark kernel of intensity, like, take that dark kernel of intensity and put that into the moon card as the nightmare from your first card, and be like, all right, I'm dropping that dark kernel of intensity. I don't want to feel that way. I want to get to the loving, nurturing part of my life and go from there. Make that positive balance and change and not have the drama in my life like that. So there's that part. Do you have anything to add, Mama Vixie? Looks like you're thinking.
Yes. The tower represents change. What we used to call it, the clean the house. It's time to clean the house. You need to let go of any thoughts that are mean to yourself. Don't be mean to my friend. Just look her in the mirror and tell her you love her. And it also hits a lot with the physical. What you need to throw away stuff. Maybe you have stuff in the house that you need to throw away, or animals or people or whatever. But until you clean that house, you can't prepare for anything because there's no room for it. So if you want to get to the mother of pentacles, you have to do some down and dirty digging, either in your soul or in your home, maybe both.
Yeah.
Wants me to come deep clean.
I would like you to come
That's
deep
something
clean.
we should do this week, Jenna.
It might be.
Yeah.
That might be.
I'll
really
have Sisu with me. I will have Sisu with me. Oh, that's the
Sisu not
interesting
get along
part.
with the other dogs.
Well, we don't really know. I don't think it wouldn't. I don't think he wouldn't. I know it would be a lot of a handful because she has 3 dogs and 2 cats, and I have 1 dog, and then there's only like 3 adults that can manage all those animals. And if something bad were to arise, we don't have enough adults to maintain all the animals.
Jellybean says, "Time to get out the sage." I
Time
don't
to get
use
out the
sage.
stage.
I don't use sage because it's a Native American thing, but I do use lemongrass. You can weave it and pine tar, and it works really well.
So, Jenna, you're working your money column. Are you ready? We got 1 more column.
Oh, we still going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, your working your money column starts with the Ace of Cups, which, in a sense, you are giving love to everybody else around you. Did you see how that cup is white? You're not giving yourself any love and color in your life right now. You got to be careful with that. You got to fill your cup up first before you start giving your cup to everybody else.
Aww.
So the challenge with doing that is, at this point, you got the 5 of sticks or wands, which is, you just don't know how. You're lost. You have no idea how to fill up your cup or help other people fill up their cup because yours isn't full. So how do you get a more clearer mindset to make sure that you're living yourself and still have room to help others that you want to help, you know? We got the Mother of Swords, which is basically to observe everything. Everything into observation, but don't over-observe. Don't over-analyze things. Just like take things at face value. Like, this is what I want to make myself feel how I want to feel. Now, once I feel how I want to feel and I'm pretty happy and confident in myself, now I can share that happiness and confidence with other people. Because now you have like the mindset that you've gone through to be like, all right, this is how I made myself happy and confident, whether it be like showering and self-care or putting on your makeup or putting on a flashy outfit that you wouldn't think would look good on you or something. But in a sense,
I
that's
just
to impress. What was that?
So I just did that today.
Good.
Yeah?
Literally right before the show. That's why I'm wearing it.
So that's what I have to say is you have to, in a sense, you have to remember to perceive the image that you want for yourself, because that's gonna what makes you happy. Other people can't make you happy. They can't give you the image of yourself that you want. I mean, they could tell you what you want to hear if you tell them. It's like, this is what I want to hear. But then it's not as magical. It's like you feel like they're just saying it because you want to hear that. So overall, you got to build yourself up, give yourself compliments, and try to get those compliments from other people, especially if that's truly how you feel about yourself. Those compliments will come easily. So hold yourself up high.
Put that chin up. You got it.
Smile.
Jelly Bean says, I thought sage was in a few cultures.
But
White sage is only in...
You leaving?
yeah, I'm gonna do a dab. I don't want to do a dab on here.
All
Okay.
right, I love you. I will be in the Splatoon room in a minute. Well,
Okay,
a few minutes.
love you.
Love you too, honey.
Bye-bye.
White sage can only be grown in certain parts of America. And it was never used by any other occult except for traditional Native American lands. So it's the same way with peyote. It's really just for that clan of people. But there's a couple good things that are really easy. I have lemongrass growing in my front yard. I just braid it, cut it, let it dry. It burns. It smells like lemons. It's really nice. Or you could do a simmer pot where you put in. This is really good to get rid of bugs in the house, and it will not hurt anybody or any four-legged fufu. Is put cinnamon sticks and some clove buds, and anything that you think of as would be a hot herb or spice. You put it in your pot and you let it boil. You can also put in eucalyptus leaves, and that gives more cleansing. And then if you want to walk around the house after it starts boiling, just walk around with it in the house. Yeah. We have a lot of what I call people who just tip their toe into stuff. And yeah, I've had to talk to quite a few people.
Honestly, it's all in the meaning you put into it yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you have to literally really believe that it's going to happen. If you're like just doing it because you're just testing out, like, I don't think this works, but I'm going to try it, then no, you're not going to have much results. You're really not. But like my brother, he's a really good example for the sage stick. Now, my brother, he did too many extracurricular activities and kind of messed himself up a little bit.
Yeah.
So when he was living with me at the time, he wanted to sage the house for spirits. And I lit the stick and I started waving my hand. And he's like, no, Cam, you have to go like, oh, I'm just like, Andrew, I'm not fucking doing it. And he's like, but that's what I need you to do, or else it's not gonna. So there I'm going, waving my sage stick and I'm like, Andrew, I love you, but I hate you.
I hate that you make
Bye.
So how do you feel about your first time?
That was great. I honestly
I'm glad.
I wish
You wanna-
I wish I could go through them faster, but I feel like to get the exclamation.
I got one of my frames today.
Oh, I like those. You remind me of a librarian. You're gonna have to be big.
I like these. These are my
now.
favorite. Last time I ordered them, they were plastic arms. This time they're metal. I don't know if that's
Well,
a
that's
bad thing.
better, isn't it?
I hope so. And I got a hard case with it. Always looking for clamshell cases for stuff like that. So we're closer. It was in such a nice box, I figured it would be the one with... I have another one that's really simple coming in. That's similar. Only had rhinestones at the tips.
You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna get my Pinterest back out, and we'll do a new tarot layout every week. Tarot reading layout every week. I like my weekly one. If they really want another weekly one, I can do that. But
Awesome.
at this point, I wanna use the show not only to give people their tarot readings, but also, you know,
You
see if
get
I can
practice.
learn more new knowledge and get practice myself. So
Yep.
I'm out of practice. I missed my go-go days a little bit just because I felt like I did a lot more of my hobbies than I do now. I wish I had more time to do them.
All right. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. So we'll be back here at 6:30 for the book club.
Of course, Go. I definitely will give you a reading. I can't not give you a reading. I love you.
Maybe meet each other in Discord.
Right.
Okay. I love you all. Bye.
Bye.